Welcome back, everybody, to the Angels franchise here on MLB The Show 26. Thank you once again for all the support. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And Season 2 has come to an end. It is time to get into the offseason. So we'll get into the offseason today, and we'll get into opening day. But as you can see, major improvement. I mean, a 24-game improvement from season number 1. We still obviously miss out in the playoffs, but we're going upwards. We're trending in the right direction. And this offseason, more than likely going to be one of the most important offseasons because we want to reach the playoffs next year. The goal is definitely playoffs next year, more than likely a wild card because I know that Mariners team is absolutely fantastic. I mean, we got to make some questions or answer some questions here. Nolan Shonowell, do we trade him? We did move Kobe Mayo now back to first base. So right now, what I'm thinking, I know some out there did not want me to get rid of him. There's a real possibility that he is gone. Thinking about possibly trading him. Second base, it never really was settled last year. So maybe we look at second base. Third base is now open. But I think there's a possibility that Luis Pena, we acquired him from the Brewers. I know he's only 19 years old, and I don't like to always bring up guys a little bit too early, especially I just kind of wanted to wait in this franchise, but he was killing it in AAA. I think he has a real shot in making the starting roster next season. Nicky Hoover, our top draft pick last year, we'll see. He has a possibility as well. Nelson Rada has a chance to make the team. I think Fernando Rios, I'd like to see him sit in AAA for at least another season. But if you're killing it in AAA, even if you're a young guy, I mean, honestly, I don't mind giving you a shot. Jeremiah Jackson, who we acquired from the Orioles last year, I might actually move him back to second base if we can't figure out that area. So we hop into the offseason. Boston Red Sox obviously won the World Series. And Marcell Ozuna, he will decide to retire after that injury. Man, that sucked. He thought he was going to be a 30-plus home run guy after the previous season and then has a major injury out for the season. And I guess for him, that does it. He's just going to end his career right there. So Marcell Ozuna is gone. Jason Alexander, George Costanza is going to retire. Chris Sale, Paul Goldschmidt, they are your, in your Hall of Fame. All right. Like I said, Baseball Hall of Fame, you never know. Like how Barry Bonds isn't in there, I just don't understand. I mean, I know steroids and all, but David Ortiz failed a steroid test. They just don't like Barry Bonds. That's the real thing. As we go to exclusive negotiations, the only guy I'm looking at here is Eric Lauer. That's it. 70 and 2/3 innings pitched. He had a 2.93 ERA. I mean, the home runs right at the same. The walks at a 1.71 whip, 18 walks. I mean, solid. Solid season. I'm honestly fine bringing him back. Nice lefty out of the bullpen. So we're going to make an offer. Now, these guys can hit free agency if you don't tender a qualifying offer. But I'm not tendering that. I'm just going to offer him a deal. Hopefully he takes it. Just a one-year deal, about $9 million. But everybody on this list, I don't think we're going to do anything. Josh Bell, no, obviously. He underperformed big time. Jacob Junis, I think we're out on him as well. You can see he is dropping down to 74 overall, going downhill. ERA elevated, whip elevated, even though it's not bad. But look, home runs, the worst in, his last 3 seasons. So, I mean, Ks are up a little bit, but I think we can, that is going to be probably a top priority is bullpen. Bullpen's going to be a top priority. Taylor Rogers had 26 saves with us. He only blew 3. Not bad season. But now at a 72 overall and starting to decline. I think it might. This is probably a chance to go in another direction. I'm fine not bringing him back. Just let him hit. I think he's like 37 years old as well. So the age, 37. So I'm fine completely letting him roll. And we'll find another closer. Gavin Luck's a disappointment. Stephen O'Kurt wasn't too bad with us, but same thing. 71 overall. I think we could find some improvements in James McCann. We're not going to bring him back. Obviously, we just picked him up on waivers, allowing Endy Rodriguez to get really good bats in AAA, who probably will be the backup catcher this year. All right, select 40-man roster. We have some guys to select there, but they've done a lot better with the Rule 5 draft where you just don't have major guys taken as we have only 4 arbitration-eligible players. Neto, Rodriguez, Sean Noel, and Nick Madrigal. I don't think I'd like to bring him back. So Zach Neto, for sure. We'll offer him arbitration. Let's go 11.31. I'm not going to offer him a deal. I'm just going to offer arbitration. Okay, this is another thing. Grayson Rodriguez, now up to 28 years old. He really didn't do that well this season. I know 5-11, the wins-loss is not always the greatest. Maybe the ERA got a little better. The whip got a little better. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm just not seeing it. For what he probably should be, you're thinking he could be like a number 2. But to me, he's giving me kind of number 4 pitcher. And honestly, I know he's going upwards. He's an 83 overall. But I think he only has a couple years left, two years left of arbitration. And then we'd have to sign him to a long-term deal. Honestly, I wouldn't mind trading Grayson Rodriguez as well. You know, he's starting to go up. He could give you some value back. You know, maybe to acquire a number 1 or 2 pitcher. So we're going to offer him arbitration. And honestly, we'll just offer him a 1-year deal just in case. Let's lower down the salary a little bit. Let's go right around 12. Let's go 13 million for 1 year. If he accepts it, that's fine. I'm probably thinking about trading Grayson Rodriguez because something just has to change. He's too inconsistent. Luckily, he stayed healthy the last 2 years, but you never know with injuries. So we'll offer arbitration there, but same thing. Another guy that more than likely I'm going to look to trade. He just didn't have a solid season this year. 239. I mean, his home runs are 19. He upped the power a little bit. I know he's only 26 years old, but still, he only has 2 years left of arbitration, and that's it. We'd have to sign him to a deal. So I'm just kind of thinking ahead as well. Like, I'm probably not going to re-sign these guys. And honestly, we might have to start looking at Zach Neto as well. I thought I was going to try to sign him to a long-term deal, but he had a really disappointing season. Dropped in average, dropped in on base. Power is down. Stolen bases up, but OPS drops. His fielding has started to decline a little bit. You can see he's still a positive at 3.9 WAR. He's still a very, very good player. Made the All-Star team, I believe, this year as well. But, man, with 2 years left in that deal, you got to think about it. It's a possibility. I don't know. I'd love to just easily bring him back, make him a contract. But I think this coming up season is going to be huge for Zach Neto to see what we really want to do. As we'll hit free agency. We did re-sign all the guys that were just renewable contracts. Go through that quickly. That's just a monotonous thing. We also have the trade hub, so I'm thinking about possibly, I was talking about Paul Skeens before, but you can see he's untouchable. So that's not going to happen. Man, I just don't. I think the Pirates are just going to lose. I think he's going to hit free agency in 2 years. I don't think the Pirates are going to do anything about that. That's one thing I wish they would improve on. You know, knowing you're probably not going to spend the money. You know, get a trade out there. So let's take a look at what we got. There's some big-time guys out here. I mean, Joe Ryan, your top free agent. Same thing with Minnesota. You're not going to have the money to bring him back. You might as well trade him. I don't understand. But Griffin Jax, okay, that is a guy we are going to look at. Oh, Adley Rushman's a free agent. That's pretty big. But we're looking at bullpen. Bullpen is what we are looking at. I think I'd like to bring one more starting pitcher in through either trade. I don't know about free agency. I think it's going to be more trade because I just don't want to sign a long-term deal right now to a pitcher. I'm fine bringing in a pitcher through trade, but we want to beef this bullpen up. I think that's the key. I think our offense is solid enough, but if we can have a really solid rotation, a really, really solid bullpen, and we can get you with pitching, and we're not allowing much runs per game, I think our offense will do enough that we're going to have a lot of success. So I think that's a huge thing. We also have to look at our bench players, which we got absolutely nothing from last year. It was abysmal. It really was. I'm hoping ND Rodriguez will fill that role catcher. He had a really positive season in AAA, so hopefully that can work out for us. Now, looking at these also, maybe a starting third baseman, Isaac Paredes, possibly Brandon Donovan, but I'm just not willing to give these guys, long-term deals. I think I'm going to start trusting in the younger talent that we have already had in the system and we've acquired and built through this system. So Jeremy Pena looks fantastic. All-star last year, looking very good. But do I want to give him a 7-year deal? I don't think so. I just don't think so, especially at age 30. If you're like 26 years old, maybe we're thinking about it, but not at age 30. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen here. So that's what I'm seeing a lot of these free agents. It's just the age, just for me, unless you're going to be a bench player like Dubon here. He can play almost every position. I mean, he can, except catcher. He would be very, very good as a backup. Really solid fielder. And he's only asking for a 2-year deal. So that could be a possibility of a signing to bring a good bench player. I don't, always love a guy that can play multiple different positions. Just helps you out. There's Joe Adell. He's hit free agency. Man, that was a great trade we pulled off with that. I think so. Yeah, Pena maybe. But like Donovan's, he wants a 5-year deal at 31. Paredes is only 29. 27 home runs last year with Houston, 285 average. He's got a 70 OPS. I'd love that OPS to be a lot better. 2.4 WAR. I mean, the fielding percentage pretty good. But, is it worth it? That's the question. And to me right now, I'm just not seeing that. Brandon Donovan would be good just to steal away from a division. But you can see he had a down year. I mean, home runs up, but look at average. Completely went downhill. OPS, way off. Slugging went down. For a guy that's already 31, I don't think so. Yeah, second base. I could see maybe Ozzie Albies, but I don't think he would be a starter for us. But yeah, he wants a 5-year deal as well. There's just no way. Dude, it's crazy. These guys, at this age, they just want like a massive deal. If you're looking for you could put them up there and maybe offer a 3-year deal, and I'd be a little bit more comfortable with that. But I don't know about a 5-year deal. So I don't think that's probably going to happen. Ryan McMahon, 33, just says 2-year deal. Could be decent enough as a backup. Look at Nolan Arenado. Still hanging around at 36. I think there's a good possibility that will be his final season in the big leagues. Is Nolan Arenado a Hall of Famer? I don't know. It's really tough. I would probably be a little bit tough when it comes to Hall of Famers, just due to the fact I think you have to, you got to be an outstanding player for years. So, I could see it. Nolan Arenado was a fantastic third baseman. All right. We're adding Griffin Jacks. That's one. Let's go over Alex Vesia. We're adding him as well. Another bullpen arm. We'll see what the percentage is after this week. Anybody else? Will Vest. 82 overall. Brad Keller. And yeah, I love the 1-year deals. We got money to spend. Oh, he didn't accept our deal. We didn't offer it. So let's just add back Eric Lauer. Since he didn't accept our deal in that little time period, let's just put him back in. And hopefully we'll be able to bring him back. He's already at a 40% within the week. Should be good to go. Okay. We'll just start with those first 3. We'll lock in those changes and advance. And that's pretty good. All right. We have a trade offer. Jackson Ferris from the Dodgers. He's the number 11 prospect for the Dodgers. Starting pitcher. Could possibly move him to the bullpen. Now, if you look at it now, Jackson Ferris, I think, is number 7 on MLB.com's top prospect list for the Dodgers. I think he was drafted by Cleveland. Or no, Chicago, my bad, though. The Cubs. But let's add in Josua De Paula, the number 1 prospect right now for the Dodgers. We tried to acquire him this past season. It did not happen. So I think we try to acquire him once again. I'm fine adding in other players. They're looking for third base and also left field. So we can add, let's add in Luke Ritter. That gives them a, I mean, that's not good. Man, could we add in somebody like Christian Moore? It's tough, but you got, I mean, we'll see. We're just going to offer that, see what the Dodgers think. They reject the trade. I had a feeling they probably would. We're probably going to have to add somebody else. It's not the greatest trade, obviously. Do we just add in a Luke Ritter? Just continue to just give him players left and right? I mean, it's pretty much comes down to Nolan Shonowell for Jackson Ferris and Josue DePaulo. I mean, Mitch Ferris is not bad. We're going to try that. Yeah, we'll try with Mitch Ferris. You can add him into the bullpen. Meckler and Ritter, I don't know. We're probably scamming the Dodgers here. There is a blockbuster trade, though. Lopez, Max Meyer, and Nathaniel Lowe are going to the Boston Red Sox. Man, the Marlins literally just clearing out salary. Cass's story back, but I don't know if they're going to be retained in the next year. Man, they just completely, the Red Sox, what a trade there. Big trade. And the trade was accepted. So Josue DePaula is a Los Angeles Angel. Jackson Ferris, welcome aboard as well. You know what? DePaula, I think, has a real shot at making the big league squad this year. We have to look at the outfield, but I think he really does. You're going to have Trout, obviously, in center. Enrique Bradfield Jr. in left. In right, probably Chase DeLauder. That means we can definitely move Jackson to probably second base or third base, and DePaula can be a DH. Man, I think we just did some good stuff there, and Ferris can sit in AAA. What a trade. I think that was a great trade in my opinion. You know what? We're going to add Phil Maton because I think he had 62 saves last year with the Cubs. He did. 62 saves. He only blew 3 of them. 1.46 ERA with a 1.06 whip. Let's add him because Vesia was not really interested. But Griffin Jack's at 43. Lauer up to a 44. We'll move him to a second priority. And man, I would love to. He'd be a closer. He'd be our closer for sure. All right, well, stick with that. And let's actually, no big signings yet. Let's continue to sim through here. Oh, Jeremy Pena, there we go. He goes to the Toronto Blue Jays on a 9-year deal, $213.5 million. Suzuki's going to the Phillies. Phillies are always aggressive in free agency. On a 4-year deal, $119.4 million. Oh, Zach Wheeler. He is going to the Twins. 2-year deal, $77.3 million deal. Obviously, they lose out on Joe Ryan. Probably. I don't think he's going to be retained. It's like Steven Kwan signed with the Diamondbacks. Ian Happ signed with the Reds. I'm glad they finally have something like this in here. Bryson Stott signed with the Pirates. And Adley Rutschman signed with the Reds as well. So the Reds trying to make some moves. Obviously, they got to the CS this year. They took down the Dodgers. So they're staying aggressive. But I like that up there, the signing, so I can see if I don't get the, alert on big signings, I can see at least who signed and what deal it was going to be. Oh, another trade. Cade Anderson going to the Marlins for Kyle Stowers. So, man, the Marlins are just clearing house. They are just like, let's get rid of everybody. I mean, it's crazy. They get a top prospect out of it. That's really cool, but they're just trading everybody. And Alex Call, Uceta, Fortes going to the Cubs. So the Cubs trying to make some moves as well. All right, Griffin Jacks. It's now or never for Griffin Jacks. You got the Pirates, Phillies, and defending champs now Boston Red Sox involved. You might as well just max it out. We have money to spend. It's up to a 50% motivation. I'm not liking this right now. Should we give him another year? He's looking for 2. So I think I don't know. Let's go 3 years. Let's give him an extra year. Goes up to 59%. And he signs with the Pirates. And they offered him a 4-year deal. So he got a 4-year deal out of it. So Griffin Jacks will be the first guy lost here. He goes to the Pirates. You got to try. Like I said, with Skeens, he's got 2 years left. So Pittsburgh, you got to try something. Logan Gilbert will go to the Atlanta Braves on a 7-year deal, $218.2 million. Another blockbuster trade. Michael King, Furman Matsui going to the Brewers. Cooper Pratt, he's number 82 in the top 100. Braylon Payne. So the Padres get some prospects there. As we continue on to week 4 here of free agency, Phil Maton, he's up to a 57%, so let's offer him a contract. Let's go just the year. Like I said, I think, look how much budget we have left. I mean, look how much we have available to spend. And we're not really going too much, so I think for sure, I'm fine actually saving this money because, you know, within a year or two, we might have to sign Zach Neto if we want to retain him. So we're going to offer both of those guys a 1-year deal, and I think, let's look at free agency again as Joe Ryan is still sitting there. I'm not going after him, though. Let's look at Will Vest, maybe. Vest, Keller, maybe Anthony Bender down there. What did Brad Keller do here last year with Philadelphia? 10 holds. Only 48 innings pitched, 2.25 ERA with a 1.1 whip. Strikeouts 1 up. Walks not around the same with home runs. I'm fine offering Brad Keller a deal. He just wants the 1-year deal. Doesn't look like anybody else is interested in him at the moment. Like I said, bullpen is the priority in this offseason. We continue to sim through. All right, Eric Lauer. Contract decision, not quite looking for, but not too far apart. Let's keep talking. All right, at least he didn't sign anywhere else. Contract decision. And Phil Maton says, not quite right. Same thing. Let's keep working on finalizing the deal. Oh, Anthony Bender, a guy I thought I was possibly thinking about adding to our list. 14 holds this year, 68 2/3 innings pitched. With a 2.62 ERA, the 1.1 whip. I mean, I'll take it. Let's just offer him a contract. 1-year deal around $8 million, a little over $8 million. And then we'll re-offer here to Phil Maton. Yeah, let's just max it out. We have all the money in the world to spend. Just max it out. Same thing with Lauer. Just max it out. Just to ensure that these guys sign. And then Brad Keller's at a 48%. So we just have to wait another week, and that should be fine. All right, contract decision incoming here. And it looks like we got a signing, and it's going to be Phil Maton. He is our new closer, 62 saves last year with the Cubs. Comes over here to the Angels. Eric Lauer has come back as well. He has come back. There we go. The lefty had a great year with us last year. He is back. And then Anthony Bender's going to sign as well. So the goal coming into the offseason was bullpen, and we have just hit it here. I think that's fantastic. Now let's look at some bench guys. Max Schumann can play almost every position. Not bad hitting, but the fielding at 81 could really help us out. It's one thing I think we've been lacking is a guy on the bench that is just a fantastic fielder. Yeah, that fielding at 81, 95 ability. Great arm. He's a solid bat. But hey, a guy at the end of the game you got to bring in to make sure you know for sure he's going to be fielding. And hey, a guy that you can, just in case of injuries, he can start. I have no problem with him starting. Like if you're a little bit detrimental at certain, like if you can't field that well, but you can hit, okay. If you can't hit, but man, you are like a gold glove fielder, that's fine. It works out. I have no problem with that. As we're going to look, I was looking at the trade block and everything. Framber Valdez. He is on the block for the Tigers. They're looking to maybe possibly start to rebuild. He had a fantastic season last year. Now, he only has 1 year, I think 1 year left on this deal. I'm fine with that, though. I think we're going to try to make a run. So, I mean, he is a top-of-the-line pitcher. I think this is where I might send them Grayson Rodriguez. Now, maybe we could possibly be overspending here, but I might add Ryan Johnson. We haven't really done much with him. He's been sitting in the minor leagues. He is a B potential. And I think we're going to add Christian Moore as well because he just didn't impress me this past season. I know I'm probably adding way too much here. I just think to get Valdez, it's going to be a lot. I know he's only on a 1 year deal and he's on the block. I could be totally wrong. Here. Rodriguez and Ryan Johnson could have been enough to really get it done, and we could have kept Christian Moore. Man, but I just want to try to get the deal done. I think Christian Moore is just not going to have a spot. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to offer that deal. Like I said, it's probably way too much. They did counter, and they did take out one player because, hey, they have too many people. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this deal, and we're going to get Valdez. It's been accepted. We get the deal done. I think we have another ace on the staff. And now, put him with Rogers. Man, I think our pitching staff is absolutely fantastic. Peyton Tolley can move to number 3. Klassen probably at 4 with Rodriguez at 5. I think our rotation is looking very, very good. We might have given up a little too much there. But are they going to re-sign Grayson Rodriguez? I completely doubt it. And I think Christian Moore just wasn't going to have a spot maybe this year or next. So, I know it's a lot, but we're getting it is what it is. But look at this! We've jumped up to number 1! We had a 2.7% chance of getting the number 1 pick. Are you kidding me? We have the number 1 pick in the draft. I thought last year we were going to get the number 1 pick. This year, we're 9th. Nope. That is insane. We're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft, and Brad Keller has signed. The bullpen just gets even better. I can't believe we have the number 1 pick. Mason Miller's going back to the A's. So they trade him to the Padres. He's there for a few years. Now he's back to the A's. That's great. Just back in the division. Fantastic. I mean, Mason Miller this year in real life is just, unreal what he is doing. Mackenzie Gore, 5-year deal, $137 million. And we'll go to the Rule 5 draft. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there's anybody on our list at the moment, like position-wise. Now, I know they fixed this Rule 5 draft last year, and I'm glad they did, because you could draft somebody, and within a year, if you didn't have them on your 40-man, they were just in the Rule 5 draft. And I know due to rules and certain things, that's not a possibility. So I'm glad they finally fixed that. So I don't really have to worry about putting guys on the 40-man that have no option of possibly making the big leagues in 2 or 3 years, and you're just going to use up their options. So at least they fixed that. But I'm not seeing anybody here. I think we're good. We're just going to skip our selection. Skip the selection, and I think that'll probably do it. That'll do it. Rule 5 draft over. We don't really get anything out of it. I'm still stunned we get the number 1 pick. I'm just stunned. Will Vest calling here has some interest. Schumann's at 67%, so we can offer him a deal. We'll offer Will Vest a deal. I'm fine offering him a 2-year deal. That's fine. It's not too much. 4.5, we'll just start with that. That's a really cheap contract for a solid fielder and a bench guy. So Will Vest last year with Detroit, 57 2/3 innings pitched. He had 37 saves. He had 9 blown. The ERA's up at a 4.37, whipped down at a 1.21. I mean, He had a bit of a down year, but still not bad. I think we're going to offer him a deal because he's not going to be the closer on this team. Let's look at other signings. Yeah, Mackenzie Gore, we saw sign with there. Ryan Helsley going to the Braves. Harrison Bader back to the Mets on a 3-year deal. Lars Nootbaar signed a 4-year deal with the Brewers. Shane McClanahan signed a 2-year deal with the Rockies. Carson Kelly, a 1-year deal with the Cubs. Andrew Vaughn signed a 3-year deal with the Cardinals. Pablo Lopez is going to the A's, so we'll have to worry about him. 3-year deal with them. I think we saw Marsh to the Astros. So that's another guy. That's not good because if anybody knows, if anybody's watched this channel, as Max Schumann says, not yet. Going back maybe last year and the year before, Brandon Marsh is an absolute nemesis of me. I just have so many troubles with him. So that's fantastic that he's now in the division. That's great. Will Vest says not quite what I'm looking for. Joe Ryan is finally signed with the San Francisco Giants. 8 years, $284.3 million. So the Giants going all in. As we'll continue to work these contracts with Schumann and Will Vest. We'll just go 2 years, $5 million per year. It's not really anything big as we're halfway through free agency. But honestly, if we sign these two guys, there's a good possibility we might be done. Will Vest has signed. So this bullpen is stacked. We've done what we wanted to come in here to do. We wanted to get this bullpen ready to go, and we have the bullpen. We acquired a primetime starter, and now Max Schumann is signed, so he can be, a possible starter once or twice a week, but a fantastic bench player, fantastic fielder. I think that's a great signing. Nick Lodolo will sign with the Orioles, 6 years, $199 million. Big-time starter for them. William Contreras going to Boston on a 2-year deal. A really solid season last year. Very, very good deal. So we head to the final month. Arbitration, they signed with Neto, so he gets $14.5 million in arbitration of the salary this year. We'll have 1 more year of arbitration left, so maybe we have to try to work out a deal with them. But that's going to finish off free agency. We didn't bring in a big-time, third baseman or second baseman, and that's due to the fact that I am moving Jeremiah Jackson to second base with the acquisition of Josue DePaula, because DePaula is going to more likely be the DH. We're giving Luis Pena a chance at third base, so that is why I just decided we're not even going to try. Joshua Lugo also possibly has a chance. And I know that Christian Moore is gone, but I think Kyron Paris can fill right in there. Nicky Hoover, our draft pick, will have a shot as well. But I would say for him, more than likely, he's just going to probably start in AAA. And then we go from there. If he comes up within a month, he comes in a month. You never know with injuries. But bringing in Framber Valdez with Trevor Rogers, Peyton Tolley, Klassen pitched very well last season, and Rodriguez, I think our rotation is very good. And this bullpen has completely improved. Honestly, we might have too many guys. But we got a big-time closer, great middle relief. It's funny, last year we had a lot of lefties out of the bullpen. Now it's, I think Lauer's our only guy. And then you have our draft pick from last year, Paul Park. So I don't think he'll make the roster this year. I think we might start him actually in AA just to see what he can do. But I think this team has completely improved. Look at our defense is now 9th. Pitching is 6th. We're the 14th technical ranked team. We've vastly improved with this offseason. As we sim through spring, I just wanted to see where everybody sits. Because if some of the guys did not do well, there's a good possibility. DePaula hit 220, 4 home runs. Yeah, that on base at 235 is not good. Ay. I mean, Trout just kills it. He hit 10 home runs in the spring. Schumann hit 290 with a 389 on base. It's only 31 at-bats. OPS was very good. Lugo didn't even really... I think he only got like a few at-bats, didn't get anything. Luis Pena struggled. That's making me rethink some things here. There's a good chance I'm thinking now that Luis Pena is going to start in AAA, and I'm going to start Max Schumann. I think DePaula stays. I think he stays. But Trey Gregory Alford is going to be sent down to AAA to start the season. I mean, not a good spring for him. Bremner is another guy that's going to be close, but Dan is going to go down. Jackson Ferris is going to go down. Honestly, some of these guys, I don't even know why they're on the 40, man. I have to really readjust some things. Like Urania, why is he even there? I don't know. Yes. Draft pick, let's send him up to AA. Hoyt Gutierrez. Man, CJ Gray just hasn't improved. Dylan Jordan's been the guy, but CJ Gray just hasn't kept going. He's still in the 50s. Yeah, Rodriguez, I think just because we have too many arms, he's going to be sent down. Didn't pitch that well last year, that bad for us last year, but just too many arms down here. Like Paul Park down at, should we put him down in AA or keep him in AAA? You know what? Let's just go to AA for now. But if he's just out of the gates, is lights out, he's going right up to AAA. Luis Pena, I think I wanted to start him so bad. I was hoping he was going to do something decent in spring. He just didn't. So Luis Pena will start out at AAA. I know we're going in with Max Schumann as our starting third baseman. Probably not the best thing ever, but like I said, fielding-wise, that's worth it for sure. Joshua Lugo is going to be sent down. I don't think he's ready yet. Nicky Hoover only hit .237 in spring with a couple of home runs, but I was going to start him at AAA regardless. Matthew Lugo will probably send down. Man, Tucker Flint really struggled. Probably send him down because I'm fine with Campero. Fantastic base runner. DeLauder starts and right. Yeah, Theodoso we can send down. Make some adjustments here. Send him down to AA. Trying to look at what we got. So technically we're good. We are good to go. But I'm looking at the waiver wire and Brujan. I think we might need more backup infielders. I think let's just put a claim on him. Maybe we sign him. I was looking around to see where cuts are. And that brings us to opening day. Zach Wheeler, newly acquired pitcher for the Twins. Valdez, for us, newly acquired pitcher, will be on the mound as we take on the Minnesota Twins here on opening day. You can see our lineup. I think it's a pretty solid lineup. We just need DePaula to really stand out. I think he has so much talent. I think he definitely can. You can look at the projections. We're projected to get 83 wins. And they say Nicky Hoover's going to lead us at average. He's not even on the team. Trout had such a great year. He is 12 home runs away from 500 home runs. We can definitely do that this season. And I think this is a season. The hope is there. I think this is a season where we can get to the playoffs. I don't know about division, like I said, but I think we can definitely battle for that wild card and get into the playoffs. We just need to stay healthy, and this pitching hopefully can dominate us. Here we go, season number 3 about to begin. And Valdez, 2-2 pitch. That's fouled away from Jeffers. Also happy, I guess, draft day to everybody out there in the NFL draft. So this one has flown to right. DePaula actually starting there in right field today. And he has that for out number 1. Yeah, let's take a look at this Minnesota lineup first. You got Buxton, O'Neill, Brooks Lee, Walker Jenkins, Luke Keeschel. This is an interesting lineup for the Twins. They got some pop in there, and they need some young guys to really step up as well. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm big Madden guy on this channel, obviously. Still never technically really finished that Panthers franchise. We might have to go back to that as Byron Buxton's going to walk. But, we'll have Madden franchise next year, no doubt. So whoever your favorite team is out there, who are you hoping to, maybe draft here in round number 1 tonight? What are you looking forward to? Let me know down below. 1-2 pitch here to Tyler Neal. We're going to keep a look on Buxton. It's opening day. Tyler O'Neill, we know he is a big home run guy on opening day, so we got to be careful here. 1-2, he'll take that down low for a ball. Still watching Buxton there over first. 2-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. He swings through it for strike 3. Buxton's going to advance up to second base, but the strikeout gets us 2 away, so let's hope we can just strand Buxton there at second base. Brooks Lee to the plate. And Lee ground ball, Neto up with it. Plenty of time over to first base, got him, and that will do it for the top half of the first for the Twins. As here comes our lineup taking on Zach Wheeler. Signed that 2-year deal with Minnesota after Joe Ryan goes to the Giants. 20 wins last year. Big time pitcher, I think just, 37 years old. Not a whole lot of attention, even though you come off a 20-win season. I'm surprised not too many others were really there. Let's see what he does here in his Twins debut. Zach Neto, 2-1 count. Neto's going to pop this one up, just actually a tad in front of it. Tad in front of that 99. And that'll be out number 1 here into this bottom half of the first inning. As Mike Trout, 47 home runs last year. Like I said, 12 away from 500 home runs. I'm hoping we at least get 2 more years out of him. I don't want to see him retire after this season. I just don't know how retiree, what's the age limit I would think in this game? I don't know yet. Do guys go to like 40 years old? I don't know. Swing and a miss on that nasty sweeper for strike 3. Because Arenado is still around there. I mean, they're around the same age. I just don't know. I really don't. We go to the bottom half of the second inning, and Jeremiah Jackson rips this one over the head there left. And he'll be on his way to second base for a 1-out double here in this bottom half of the second inning. I think this was kind of a sneaky acquisition last year for us, getting Jeremiah Jackson. He can hit. He can hit for days. Just got to work on that fielding, but dude can hit. As Dave Paula comes to the plate here in his Angels debut. We tried to acquire him last year. Did not get the deal done, but we get it done in the offseason. So foul away that sinker. And looking at it, I think it said down below, we have the top farm system. There's no way. There's no way we swung there. Are you kidding me? Sometimes those check swings. As Chase DeLauder now comes to the plate. Need a 2-out hit here, but that's not going to work at all. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Wheeler gets out of the second. Let's go to the third inning. Cody Clemens, ground ball, and there is Schumann. I mean, hopefully he's a vacuum cleaner over there. And it's just all day. Don't have to worry about it. Yeah, like I said, I'm actually fine starting him for now. Because I know he's not going to be the full-time guy. But yeah, look at the range over there. Throw perfect. Got him there for out number 2. Like right now, it's perfect. It's a long season. Pena will have a chance to be brought back up. I mean, still have Kyron Paris, who can, maybe fill in there. But a rip over to Kobe Mayo. He has got it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Valdez. Get anything going offensively. So Enrique Bradfield Jr. is going to rip that for a base hit. Perfect. I don't want to see, you don't need to see fly balls from him. Line drives, just slap hits. Because you get that speed on base, and then he can do this. So he can absolutely take off. He is in there, no problem, with his first stolen base of the season. With 1 away, you got Neto and Trout. Hopefully that's enough to knock in this run. 1-2, ground ball, trouble there at first base. Neto with the speed, he's going to beat it out at first base. Bradfield gets over to third. It's going to count as a base hit. That was really close. Ooh, that is close. Twins will not challenge, though. And now we got Trout to the plate. Chance to knock in his first run of the year. He absolutely rips that one. It's played, and he will beat it out at first base, so we will get a run on the board. I mean, that was 109 off the bat. What a play there at shortstop, bro. Was that Brooks Lee out there at short? Great play. 3-2 pitch, though. Kobe Mayo's going to draw a walk, so we still have a chance here in the third inning. 2 away. That's going to bring Logan O'Hoppe to the plate. All-star last year for us. Chance to extend this lead here in this 3rd inning. 1-1, and O'Hoppe completely crushes that one. We turned on 95, and it's gone. 3-run shot here on opening day, and that'll extend the lead up to 4-0. Man, we absolutely turn on that fastball. Sometimes you can just see guys' fastballs out of their hands, and we've been all over it today. Even if it, ended in an out like the Trout one. I mean, that was fantastic. But 4-0 lead as we had heading out to the top of the 4th, as that's going to be a Byron Buxton leadoff base hit. Once again, he gets on base. The trouble he can bring on the bases for sure. 1-1, O'Neal's going to foul away that curveball inside. 1-2, let's go back to the curve. Ground ball, Schumann up with it, goes to second, gets the force, gets the out, 5-4-3 double play. It was going to be tough with that slow grounder, but Schumann has, the fielding ability. Gets a speedster like Buxton, turns the double play. And now a ground ball, Neto up with it over to first base, and there you go. Nothing for the Twins here in the top half of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Paula to the plate. And he absolutely crushes that one. I mean, that is just ripped. 108 off the bat. He'll be on his way to second base with the double. And this guy has absolutely so much talent. And I know maybe we got a little bit of a way with the trade. But hey, we made up with it because I think we overpaid for Valdez. But it's not like the Dodgers, they're going to just go out and sign whoever they want. So, honestly, I don't really care. I don't care about swindling the Dodgers. At least he stays in the area. He stays in L.A. As in Enrique Bradfield Jr. rips this one to left, but it's going to be chased down. We get nothing there in that 4th inning. But, yeah, I don't care about that. The Dodgers, who cares? They kind of do whatever they want to every year anyway.
That's the ball.
All right, let's go to the 5th. Valdez, pitch number 71 here, so we're going to have to really be worried about that as Luke Keeschel just crushes this one, and it's gone to Oppo Field. Wow. Showing some power there as the Twins on the board finally here in this 5th inning. And at the pitch count that Valdez is up to opening day, this might be his last inning. Cody Clemens now to the plate. And Clemens rips that one. That's going to get through for a base hit. That was 105 off the bat. So 2 away here in this 5th inning. Twins still not done yet. As Connor Falefa comes to the plate. They're going to say he went there. Hey, it's tough. I think some of those check swings, it's tough. 1-2. And that's going to get through. Can't get it as Neto. That's going to get perfectly through the old C&I single for a base hit. So back-to-back hits here with 2 away. And now you get the lineup back over with Jeffers. So some trouble brewing here for us in the 5th. Take that for a strike. All right, 2-2. Can we finally put him away here? Get out of this 5th inning. And that's ripped for a base hit. DePaula up with it. Here comes the throw. Not in time, and the Twins get another one. 3 straight hits. They now get this to 4-2, and the tying run is on base. And here comes Byron Buxton. And we're going to strike out Byron Buxton. A big-time pitch there from Valdez to get out of it. You can see the relief on his face. They get a couple of runs. It's a 4-2 ball game as we'll head to the bullpen, and newly acquired Anthony Bender comes out of the pen. This is going to be the bullpen. This is a real good test for this bullpen. You're going to have to go 6, 7, 8, 9. That's blooped into right field, and it's a leadoff base hit for Tyler O'Neill. Twins finding some offense. What a pitch there to Walker Jenkins, but he does not agree. He's going to challenge this, and he will be absolutely right. So instead of a strike 3, now it goes to a 2-2 count. And that's ripped, that Schumann. Ripped to him, but caught. So 2 away now here in the 6th inning. Luke Keishel had that solo shot to get the Twins on the board just the previous inning. I'd love another one here to tie this ball game up. Fouls away that one. 1-2 from Bender. Got him on the sweeper for strike 3. And the Twins get nothing here in the 6th. And he's absolutely pumped coming off the mound there. As Brad Keller now comes in here to the 7th inning. We're going to see all pretty much newly acquired guys out of the pen here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice pitch there. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for the support. Really do appreciate it. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, it's been crazy, the amount of subscribers coming in. It's just wild to see it. How is that not a strike? We're challenging that. That should be strike 3. No way that's not in there. Yeah, that's there you go. Strike 3. Overturned. We'll take it. But yeah, it's been crazy. I know it's for me, like I've said before. Now I'm over 11,000 subscribers, which is just a mind-boggling number to me. I know there's plenty of guys out there that do kind of the same content. They've been around obviously longer than me that have, over 100K, and just, more than that. But it's just, for me, it's just crazy to see that. I mean, it's just mind-boggling every time I see it. It really is. And thanks to you guys. I mean, I don't do this. This isn't a full-time. I don't make enough money off of this to do it full-time. Not at all. But, still have a regular job. I mean, I'd love to do. Oh, man, absolutely got hit there. I would love to do this full-time. It'd be great. I mean, who wouldn't want to do this full-time, obviously? But just the support regardless. I mean, thank you, everybody out there. I really do appreciate it. Is he okay? Is he okay? I mean, that was rocked in the leg. But he seems to be okay. It's not like that Logan Gilbert where the ball just went in his jersey. How crazy is that? Ball goes into his jersey. It's technically not an out because it's rolled an illegal catch. It's crazy. As Trout down the line, we had Neto moving with the pitch, obviously, with 2 away here in a full count. He'll move over to third base, and that'll be a double for Mike Trout. So we have a chance here to add to the lead here in the 7th inning, but it's going to be up to Kobe Mayo to come up with a big 2-out hit. Oh, they're going to walk him. Wow, okay. Interesting decision. Because there's 2 away, and you have Logan O'Hoppe now comes to the plate who hit the 3-run homer earlier. I guess. I don't know. We'll see if it pays off here for this Twins team. 1-1. Oh, we're well out in front. 9. When you're used to hitting like 95 plus, somebody throwing 91, it's just too slow. And we'll take that one just outside. That was really close. 2-2 here to Logan O'Hoppe, and we pop it up. Now we're sitting around. He brings it up a little bit to 93, just a tad bit late. Pop it up. And we'll leave the bases loaded here in the 7th. Will Vest will come out of the pen. Trying to keep this at a 4-2 ball game. 1-2 pitch, absolutely ripped by Tyler O'Neill. Bradfield Jr. over. He can't bring it down. So that's going to be a 2-out double here for Tyler O'Neill. The tying run will come to the plate. Twins still not done here. Brooks Lee to the plate. 0 for 3 so far in this ball game. He'll foul away that 97. 3-2 payoff pitch here to Lee. Swing and a miss in front of that circle change for strike 3. And Will Vest gets out of the 8th. And now we'll go to the top half of the 9th inning. Phil Maton comes in. 62 saves last year for the Cubs. Reliever of the year. We got a 2-run lead, and here comes Walker Jenkins to the plate. And Walker Jenkins is going to crush this one out of here. So just like that, first batter in to the 9th inning, and it's a 1-run game. Twins' second home run of the ball game. Man, that's not you don't want to see that first save, opportunity of the season here on opening day for a guy that won reliever of the year. Hopefully he doesn't blow it, because that's not what we want to see to start off the season. Let's rip, but man, just when you have a fielder out there that's fantastic, that's what I mean. It doesn't matter kind of what you do batting wise. You're saving runs. And that's going to be a walk. So rip for an out, and then we come back and, pitch a walk. Not good. With the now tying run on base. Cody Clemens takes that down low for a ball. A little bit wild here so far on opening day. Yeah, it's just inconsistent pitching. You can see 13 balls, 9 strikes. It's a lot of pitches here. 3-1 count, and that's going to be ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And honestly, we might have to start warming somebody up in the pen. But this many pitches on opening day for a closer, not good. Alefa to the plate here. Base hit more than likely will score the run to tie it up, but we get him for strike 3. So nice job bouncing back, and now 2 away here in this 9th inning. It's going to be up to Ryan Jeffers, who rips this one deep to right field. DePaula back, and he comes away with it right at the wall for out number 3 in the ball game. Oh my. I wasn't sure if that was just about to be a 3-run shot, but comes down with it right at the wall, and that'll do it. And it's an opening day victory here to start out year number 3. It wasn't easy, 4-3 ball game, but we get the job done. Yeah, Valdez does get the win. Only goes 5 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Not the easiest save, but it's save number 1 of the season, and that should do it for this one. We get the offseason done. We're now into season number 3. I think we got a chance. I think this team, we stay healthy. I think we have a chance to make the playoffs. Tell me what you think down below. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much once again. I said before, you guys are fantastic. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.